Yo, we're gonna kill the show. After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters, 1 minute down 8 o'clock, and we're riding all the way down till 9 o'clock. That's our final destination. And I'm in the building with this gorgeous woman, Nene, heartbroken but still pretty. She's looking for a man.
Oh
and listen,
God,
this is a businesswoman who
Daddy Freeze,
is,
don't.
you see, let me tell you Naomi's strengths.
I like money.
She's coordinated. She's more coordinated than me. I cannot coordinate rice and beans to become a meal. So mine's very bad. Naomi's very coordinated. She does a lot of coordination work for After Dark, even for Roadshow, I'm sure. Naomi's very enterprising. She would work and work. And as I'm talking to you, she has businesses, all sorts of stuff going on. She likes money. Now, one of her downsides is she likes money.
Why? How is it a downside?
The second downside is she likes a guy to pay for the nice things she likes so she can save her own money. She's not lazy. You see, there are two types of women. There are women who like their men to pay for their stuff because they don't want to work. So they just want to look good and be catered to. Naomi, unfortunately, doesn't fall into that category. And there's a danger of that category because, first of all, you start off looking good and fly, but gravity and age always have a way of pulling you down. And eventually, when gravity and age set in, you cannot market yourself like the fresh Unilag girl that just got crowned Miss Unilag.
I don't understand. Forever young, please.
No. Listen to me.
What are you saying?
At a certain age when you cannot sell it at 50. You can't. Let me tell you, me and you.
Who told you can't sell it at 50? There are people that are still selling it to.
No, hold on. Let me finish. You see, if that's all that there is to you, you're beautiful, you're hot, you're amazing in that aspect. It's a good thing, but if that's all you have to sell, just know that you'll be out of a job by 50 and you have to depend on your kids that you probably got from like 7 different men.
Oh.
Because if that's what you're selling, if you understand what I'm saying. But that's not the case
with me, though. Me, I just like money.
Now, that's one category. Women who are lazy, too lazy to work, but want the good things of life, and then they sell their bodies until they're forced into retirement because of gravity and age at 50. Now, there's the second category. Now, these are women who love the good things of life. They're very enterprising, they're intellectuals, but they just don't want to pay for that one weekend in Burj Khalifa. They might be able to raise the money on their own if they worked extra hard, but they don't want to put themselves through that. Instead, they'll rather build a village house with their own money, start a few other businesses with their own money, and just get a dingbat, a nice brain-dead dingbat when it comes to love.
A man who doesn't mind spending money on his girlfriend, and it doesn't have to do with whether she has or not, but he just sees it as,
my daughter.
This is because they say where your heart is where your money is, right? So if you like something, you put your money there. That's what you invest.
I think you just twisted the Bible upside down, rinsed it, and squeezed the water and used it to drink tea. In my opinion, don't put your heart where money is. Put your heart in more important things than money. I don't know about the scriptures, but I know about the one that we say, like the society people talk about. For instance, they say a man's money or a man's investment is where his heart is. So that's how you know that a man doesn't like you if he's not spending on you, because he's probably spending on somebody else. Nigerian women. May God deliver you from this man that is spending money.
That's fact too. That's fact. And because
that's an Olo fact. And this is a show, so this is an Olo show.
So there was a post I saw on Instagram.
Yeah.
There's a post I saw on Instagram where they were saying, pick your man. Would you want a man that gives you attention or the one that gives you money? So I'm like, why can't I have the two of them?
Are you not an armed robber?
What
was I expecting from you?
But why can't I have attention? Why can't a man give attention and money? What's there? Like, if you're giving somebody attention, that's because you like the person. And liking somebody or loving somebody also.
What if you have your own money? Listen, what if hold on, hang on.
Guys are quick to say, what if you have your money?
Hold on, listen. You and I are working in Cool FM. Our salary is both 50,000 naira a month. Why should I spend my money on you?
Because you
Shut up. Because you are an Olo.
No.
Finish.
No.
Listen,
no.
if I were a bank manager and I was earning
you
10
spend your
million,
money because first of all, women are meant to enjoy.
If the two of us
women are meant to be taken care of. like
who wrote that?
queens.
Listen,
not that they
where
can't
that
take,
place
not
was
that,
written.
not that they can't make their own money, but women are meant to just enjoy the fine things
That's
in
a
life.
fallacy.
Do you understand? It's not a fallacy.
It's a fallacy.
That is why.
If you and I are earning the same thing, you're not entitled to my money. What
I'm
we
not
should
saying
do together
it's not
is
entitlement.
our money.
It's just you using your head and knowing that
Me.
this is your woman.
We are both
You need
earning
to-
50,000
It doesn't
naira.
matter. It
So out
doesn't
of that
matter.
50,000,
Out of that
how much
50,
should
you're
I
supposed
spend
to
on you?
spend like
Wait,
30.
on you.
Yes.
This Olo will not
No,
kill you.
it's not
Inside
Olo.
this
That
show
is
this year.
It's not.
All right.
even
Let's
Olo.
move on to other things before you drown me in the Olo. Okay. First of all, big shout out to the Royals, Harry and Meghan.
You see what Harry is doing? That's because he's in love. He's in love.
Harry just gave up 2.3 million pounds a year for love,
Yes.
so he can't have both. You're heartbroken.
no, but they're still going to make money.
Naomi that I know.
I mean,
Naomi will have engaged all the Nigerian GOs. The one in camp, the
honestly
one on
don't
the
understand
mountain,
them, but-
the ones in Abuja with big temple. All of them will be praying, die by fire for the enemy that wants to remove Naomi from the British royal monarchy.
No, but that's where I really don't understand Meghan. Okay, so you left your career as an actress and everything, got into the royal family, only for you to be leaving it again, and now rumor has it that you want to go back to acting. Like,
Now, you see, she left acting as an underdog. She is going back as a royalty.
Smart.
Smart. I see the clout.
No, Daddy,
No, you
please.
didn't see. So let's look. You
but-
cannot see the clout
but-
chasing. All right, let's take 3 phone calls. Is Meghan clout chasing or not?
No, Meghan. First of all,
Do you think she's clout chasing?
no, she's not.
I think she's clout chasing.
She's not clout
2710969, 2711969, 2712969, and
They're just doing things that make them
2713969. Is Meghan clout chasing? We've got a call right here. We're gonna rush into this real quick. Yo, what's going on? What's your name? What is your name? And please go ahead.
Samuel.
All right, Samuel, is she clout chasing or not?
I don't think so. No, she's not cloud chasing.
Why don't you think she's clout chasing? Be honest.
Because actors are passion. You just want to go back to passion actors. That's it.
Thank you for that call. Another caller right here. Hello, good evening. Ima Boni.
Nene.
Ima Nini.
Nene, good evening,
Nene is
I'm
right here, cloud chasing beside me.
Cloud chasing. Daddy, please, you know about the Oyedepo's ministry.
We talk about that another day. You know, I absolutely love ya. We'll be back after this very quick break. It is still After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters, but we can still take your calls. 2710969, 2711969, 2712969, and 2713969. Nene Risky says she's not cloud chasing.
I don't think
Daddy
she
Freeze
is.
thinks she might be clout chasing.
No, they're just
there
doing
might
what-
be some level of clouting. Nene, talk to me about this.
I don't think she's cloud chasing. I mean, I just think she's doing what's making her happy, and her husband is supporting her, which is good. That is what marriage is all about. That is what having a partner is all about. Supporting each other, doing whatever makes you guys happy. First of all, they were in the royals, like they're royals, of course, and then they figure that, you know what, we just want to step aside and do other things, which there's nothing wrong with that.
All right.
Only that I would not, give up my career, go to the royal family, and then want to leave the royal family again. I wouldn't do that, but.
All right, quick break and we're back at you. Don't you dare touch it. After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters. The numbers are still on. Is she clout chasing or not? I think a bit of both. Naomi, would you agree a
I
bit
don't
of
agree,
both?
but I think this caller just made sense. I mean, considering the fact that they know that they're not going to be next in line in like centuries to come. So it's just better for them to step aside and do things that would make them happy.
Okay, if you guys say so, let's talk about something else. Marlians.
Huh.
Now, this is... I think you need to put money on your phone because you're going to be calling us up on this. I saw this on a lady called Lara Wise's Facebook page. Parents, it's getting real. When I heard about this Malian whatever, I had a conversation with my son. He confirmed what I had read online and told me some of his friends were into this trend. Reading this on the wall of Jumoke Giwa, I am more than certain that we have a problem on our laps. Trust on us suddenly. Where did this come from? Didn't we see it coming? Are we in trouble? I'm just coming from my daughter's school right now. The principal called me around 9 a.m. this morning to report to the school over an emergency. I panicked and drove over only to be told that my 15-year-old daughter and most of the girls from her class and other senior secondary classes are to be suspended for being members of a female secret cult. There are about 20 to 30 girls all kneeling down with their hands up. I was shocked, and I asked for further explanation, and the head teacher said a girl who was disciplining latecomers found out that one of the girls had her underwear inside her bag. And on further investigation, it was discovered that she wasn't wearing any. When she was flogged and interrogated further to know why and how she was not wearing her underwear, she confessed that she was a member of the Marlians cult in school, and that part of their rules was that they must not wear pants to school on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I was shocked. Can you believe this? The head teacher told me that she flogged some more until she mentioned all from SS1 to SS3. And unfortunately, my daughter, who is a born-again child of Zion, was involved. Laila, the devil has succeeded and my daughter has entered cult. I was handed her letter of 2-week suspension, and shame nearly killed me.
Sorry, that was funny.
The daughter of an elder and a deaconess. I battled hard to hold my tears. I had to bring her home right, and God in heaven knows that I will flog the Malian cult out of her today, and her father will finish the work when he comes home. I won't spare her, else the devil wins. The Bible was clear on the issue. She even went ahead to check if her daughter is still AV. Oh, Lord, what about? I don't understand why she had to leave the house wearing her underwear and then taking off the underwear. Initially, I was afraid that she might have been violated or was indulging in activity with the cult members or something like that. I honestly don't understand why this girl has decided to disgrace our family like this. Worse is that children of some of our school members also attended the same school and witnessed the show of shame. I banned Naira Marley's song or clothes in my house. Little did I know that it was already too late. First of all, I have a problem with this woman's parenting. She's more bothered about the church members.
Yes, noticing and seeing everything that happened.
You know, now you've got to understand that you've got to talk to your kids.
I mean, I don't have a problem with her using those disciplinary actions.
I have every problem with her using those disciplinary actions over this incident.
No, like she rightly said, spare the rod and spoil the child. I don't have
spare the rod and spoil the child is Old Testament.
I don't have a problem with her flogging out that Malian cult.
You see, Naomi, we have to be very careful.
No, that if
we have to be very careful.
There's nothing wrong.
You see,
yes, after flogging.
Should I read you the Old Testament? Old Testament says, "Flog, do not spare the rod." New Testament says, if you mislead a child, it is better they tie a stone around your neck and drop you in the sea.
No, you're not misleading.
Listen.
You're only making her know that
first
there are
things
consequences.
First. Many people go to church and the church worships the God of this world. They teach about money and all those things. They're more worldly than the world. And then you expect children not to deflect. Come on. Secondly, children need, you see, she's probably a victim of peer pressure. She needs to be sat down with and spoken to. I might consider flogging my child for other things, not this.
Why?
I wouldn't even shout at my child for this.
What is a 15-year-old doing with going to school without undergarments
because
on?
That is what is reigning in that school. You have to disabuse her mind. You have to tell her that, look, listen, let me tell you something about Marlians. Marlians see themselves as not being conformist or being non-conformist, any way you want to put it. For you to break out of Nigeria's jinx, you also have to be non-conformist. You want a different regime. So it's like training the mind to say no to the rules.
And the rules that you're setting is not wearing undergarments, not wearing belts.
Now that is, you see, we're sending mixed signals.
Malian? What exactly
At
is
her
about?
age and at her level, that is what she understands as being non-conformist. She sees her parents arguing with the government.
And is this even a mixed school, or just?
It didn't say. So here's my take. You've got to sit down with your kids. Busy parents searching for money. Money's your God. So if money is your God, Naira Marley is a prophet of your God. Listen, let's speak about this. If money is your God, Naira Marley is a prophet of your God. Agree. If money is not your God, then you can be angry with your kids for deflecting in that direction. But as long as you pray, you tithe so you can get more money, you do all these things for more money, Naira Marley is only a prophet, because whether you like it or not, at the end of the day, he sings about prosperity.
But whether you like it or not, at the end of the day, every family, every parent needs money to actually raise their children. Give them the life
and
that
this
they
is what
deserve.
you get.
I know, but you just have to balance it. There's nothing wrong with looking
How
for money, but you
easy
have
is
to
it
find
to
a way
balance when you
it.
live above your means, when you pay your entire January salary as first fruit? How easy is it to balance? You're going to work the entire February, March, and April when you should have time to sit with your kids and actually put them through life lessons. Let's take phone calls. 2710969, 2711969, 2713969, and 2714969. Do you think the mother should flog her daughter over being a Malian? I say absolutely not. I think what she needs to do is work on the child's fragile young mind. Nene, on the other hand, believes that she should be flogged.
And then spoken to as well.
Yeah, all right, we've got calls right here. Hello?
It's Manuel.
Emmanuel, go ahead.
Yes, she should be flogged.
Thank you.
Why should she be flogged?
How could she just put a pint, what do you call it?
Undergarments.
Underwear.
Yes.
Now, what do you think the flogging will do? You that they flog, how did you turn out?
No, but
More calls coming through. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
What's your name and what's your take?
My take is the beating cannot solve anything.
May God abundantly bless you in this life and the next.
And the truth is, please, I don't really agree with you in most things, but this one, beating that girl, you want to make the matters worse.
No.
Absolutely,
Not
100%.
true. Not true.
See, that girl will go back, Adams. Talk to her and engage her. What is your... Why? What do you want? What do you want to give? What are you...
What end result are you looking at?
For? What is the... Okay, tell me what this thing will do. Engage 15-year-old girl. Engage her. She's not 8. She's not 5. 15.
Thank you for that call. Another quick one right here. Hello, good evening. What's your name?
Hello, good evening. My name is Onyade.
All right, Onyade, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a teacher, right? And in my school, we don't beat. I agree with you. There's really no need to beat her. There's something, we need to actually get to the root of the matter. Cultism itself is not something that everyone really wants to join, but sometimes they are forced to join based on the situations where they find themselves. So, having to talk to that child and understand why she has to join a group, what exactly is going on, find out exactly what's going on in her home. As the parents said, they are Christians. I'm sure that's not what she wants. They are deep Christians. Maybe she finds it, upsetting that that's where she is.
All right, thanks a lot for that. Absolutely wise woman right there. She's a teacher, and I'm sure she knows her onions. You see, when you're trying to mold a child, you've got to be very careful. Beating doesn't always help. You want to bring out the shape of you out of your child. Ed Sheeran right here, 42 down 8. A few more phone calls and we'll be back at you. Don't you dare touch it. It's 96.9 After Dark.
Love isn't the best place to find the lovers.
I'm in love with the shape of you. Give it up for Ed Sheeran. It is 96.9 Cool FM After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters. And Nene and I have been talking about a certain Malian lady who, according to the dictates of the Malian cult, or what she describes as the Malian cult in her school, she is required not to wear underwear on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's part of the rules of the school. The mother found out. She's fuming, raging. She's had like 2 babies since this happened. And she promised to beat the girl over this. Now, I'm going to tell you my experience growing up. First of all, my dad was very religious. My mother wasn't really religious. My mother believed in prayer, but beyond that, she was fine. My dad, on the other hand, was very religious. And he was Muslim. You understand? So we used to be forced to go to the mosque. We used to be forced to read the Quran. The moment I turned 18, I just woke up one day and said, this God you people are serving, I'm not serving him with you. I don't believe any God exists. And we started a very stressful 7-year period until I literally left the house totally. I stopped believing in God totally. I didn't want to hear anything about a God that requires so much from me, blah, 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 and that. Now, instead of explaining things, they forced things down our throat when they could. At 15, you had no choice. You'd have to go to mosque. Every day they dictated that you had to. Now, I'm there, and not that what they're saying doesn't make sense, but I don't want to be there because you're forcing me. And this the discussion I have with my kids, I'm like, guys, I try to explain these things to you because there would come a time in your lives when you no longer depend on us. And then you could just wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm no longer interested in this. I don't care about it. So we've got to be very careful. Naira Marley is in your children's face because many things have failed, including religion. Naira Marley is a welcome distraction to them. Should your children not listen to Naira Marley? I'm torn in between. I raise my kids well, so I believe that if they go to a party or they're watching TV and one of Naira Marley's songs are playing, I do not believe that it could influence them negatively.
Really?
Absolutely.
But I feel I can remember
Beyond,
you say things like you don't let them watch I can remember you say things like you don't let them watch cartoons for that.
I don't let them watch cartoons. Why? Because of subtle incapacitation.
Yes,
I don't
TV
mind them
programs.
watching music and all that.
The TV programs that
Yes.
you allow them watch. That's because you understand that these things can have an effect regardless of how you speak to them. It can definitely have an effect if they expose themselves to it.
It's a very difficult scenario. Of course, beating is not going to work.
No, I feel like if you beat them and you still talk to them, it's going to help because when
the child turns 18 and is in the university, are you going to follow the child to the school?
Are not, but you're going to put in that it's like a fear that you're putting in them because they know that if they do these things, they're going to get whooped for it. That's why I cannot rule out the
at 15. This is not 8, this is not 10. 15, you beat her for something that she can go to school and do with reckless abandon.
But how guaranteed are you that even after the mother talks to her, she's not going to go back there and be her pet?
There's absolutely no guarantee in life, but I believe building a conscience against instilling fear. If you build a conscience that works even when you're not there, if you instill fear the moment you're not there, or the moment you lose that capacity to instill that fear, you lose.
But you could still whoop and then also still speak to them.
I don't believe in whooping in serious situations like these. Maybe we should ask the callers. What do you think? All right, 2710969, 2711969, 2712969, and 2713969. We've got a caller right here. Hello, what do you think?
Sorry, I don't think this Because beating. Why would I have to beat her? You don't have to beat her, no.
Hi, good evening. Who's speaking?
My name is Aditya. I am calling again.
All right, Aditi, go ahead.
Yes, I completely agree with you on that note. I don't believe she should be flogged because flogging does not necessarily mean that the child will change. I think it's more of a psychological thing that needs to be checked than you just flogging the child.
Thank
Just
you.
like
Thank
you
you
have
very much for
the
that.
young man. How many people that have been flogged have changed?
Absolutely. More calls. Hello. What is your name and what is your take? More calls right here. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Daddy Free.
Yes, sir. What's your name and what's your take?
My name is Michael. I'm just curious. Like, I need to say something.
Go ahead, Michael. We want to hear you out.
I'm getting educated and I'm not paying attention. Working on the conscience is better than flogging. You made a very, very valid point. Like, working on the conscience is better than flogging. But when you're not there, the conscience is working. When you're there, the fear is working. So I think the conscience is better. The human should not flog the child. Just talk to the child and work on the mind. The mind is a very big place. Work on the mind of the child. Not flogging.
Thank you for that. Another call right here. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. You have a nice voice. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
What is your name and tell us exactly how you feel?
My name is Deva, and I'm calling from Sydney.
Did you say Deva?
Ziva,
Ziba.
Zeva.
Oh, nice name. All right, go ahead, Ziba.
Okay, so, listen, totally, I agree with you. Flogging this child is not going to make any difference. Like, seriously. Okay, so I grew up in a home where my parents actually thought flogging me would make me change my mind concerning something they were trying to tell me. But it didn't make me change my mind. I actually realized I decided to still do that same thing because they were not making me understand why I shouldn't do it. So it made the matter worse, and it was really bad because I had a lot of issues with my family, most especially my dad. He actually thought I was like, call it like a prodigal daughter. So it was really bad. But growing up, I got to understand why I shouldn't have done those things, but it wasn't from them. It was from other people. Luckily, it was from other people who actually have gone through the experience and they were able to share it with me. So it helped me understand better. But this was something they should have done much earlier, making me understand. So flogging me wasn't changing the issue. So now I'm a different person, and sometimes our parents feel like, oh, it's because of the way I flogged her, the way I did. Actually, it's not.
Thank you for that, Ziba. Wow, what a contribution. I think we could sneak in one more call. Hello.
Oh, good evening, Daddy Fish.
Yes, good evening. How are you doing? Please go ahead.
I'm very fine. My name is Shagun, and on my contribution is, growing up, I was quite a stubborn kid. My parents whooped my ass, right? But I know personally, I don't see why I should pick my kid. I would like to social about my kid can always come to me. I create that kind of environment so my kid can always come to me and talk to me about stuff. I see stuff he's doing that's not right. I correct him. But beating me when I was little, it made me who I am. I mean, I was really stubborn, and I guess to a certain extent, I think I deserved the spanking and all. But like I said, it doesn't work in all cases. For me, it worked. Because I knew if they let me be, I probably would have not been what I am today. But I don't feel it works for every scenario. You have to understand the child. Some children don't need attention. You need to talk to them, sit them down. Some you really need to go hard on them, I think. So I'm just speaking from my own personal experience.
True. He's absolutely correct.
Yeah, he is correct. You see, you also have to understand the difference between dispensations and generations. What worked in our dispensation is not going to work in this new dispensation. You see, you beat a child now, you create a monster. You beat a child then, because many other people were beating children. The children wouldn't feel like you hated them, even though some of us felt like our parents hated us when they beat us.
But it's not like you're never going to beat these children. You beat, but not every time. Don't make it like every single time they make a mistake or something.
And if you're
them.
to
But
beat,
you
never
should-
over issues like these. Never over issues like these. For these,
But
you
if you
need
beat them, they also know that you're beating them because they did something
at
wrong.
15.
I'm
Do you
not-
know
I'm not
everything they
disputing the
beat me
fact
for
that
at
it's
15?
important
I
that
later
you should
did at
also
18.
talk to them.
When I could. What it did was, it put a mask on me from between 15 till about
or you'd be
18.
scared of doing those things around your parents, and you not wanted to.
I
get
was
to your
scared
parents.
of doing it around my parents for a couple of years. The moment I got out of my parents' reach, I was doing them on a daily. If you understand what I'm talking about. So it is 96.9 Cool FM. That's as far as we can go. Beating puts a mask on your child. Giving them a conscience takes that mask off and makes them real. Future for you. 96.9. Kendrick Lamar also up on this jam 3 minutes ago for 9 o'clock. It's been a wonderful ride with you. God bless you. 96.9.